darling. Welcome back everyone to another episode of Tea Time with Mary. Yay! Hey, I'm your host, Miss Mary Lou, and welcome back my Tea Time fam. It is so good to have you here. I love doing this, and it's just like, it's so nice to be here with you and to hang out. Yes. Reminders? What do we have for reminders? My Tea Time with Mary outro submission song is still open. I have a super special one for you today. It's someone who helped me create this show, so hype. Stay tuned to the end to watch that. Oh, you know when you flip your hair and it lands in your lipstick? So, I released the first episode ever of What Is Edition Earl Grey for episode 1 last month. Y'all loved it so much, and they're really fun to film, they're fun to research. Since then, I have gotten quite a few delightful suggestions. You read the title of this video. We are doing What is Irish Breakfast? This suggestion comes from Amanda Panda, who is a longtime viewer, and she comments on like so much of my videos and my Instagram posts, and she's just super wonderful and supportive. So I'm so happy to do Amanda's suggestion. And before we get into the episode for today, hey fam, if you're not subscribed to the Miss Mary Lou channel already, you are seriously missing out. Hit the red subscribe button below and the little notification bell so you know when I upload. But first, let's drink some tea. Ooh. It's tea time.
It's tea time with Mary.
So I do have a few Irish breakfast teas in my collection. If you will remember, my March tea of the month pick was the Harney & Sons Irish Breakfast, which is super good and I'm all out of it. But my go-to decaffeinated tea, I love the Trader Joe's Decaf Irish Breakfast tea. It's really affordable and it's a nice like casual whatever. And literally yesterday, my friend Casey, if you watched my tea collection episode, you will have noticed a trend where my friend Casey travels the world and she picks a tea and brings it back for me, and then I freak out about it because, you know, I forgot she went to Ireland. She got me some Irish breakfast tea in Ireland, and I was like, so yeah, I'm actually drinking the Irish breakfast from Ireland today. Oh man, this is so good. And I am drinking it the Irish way with a little bit of sweetener in it, which is funny enough, the way I started drinking teas growing up. Maybe it's because my dad's Irish, I have no idea. Let's hop into our Irish breakfast tea facts. I love me a good fact, are you ready? So, Irish breakfast, what the heck is it? Breakfast teas as a general standard are a blend, black teas specifically. But where Irish breakfast stands out, it is mostly Assam black tea. Robust, can have a little bit more of a tannin, like, kind of black tea, if I could describe it any other way. So because of the higher concentration percentage of Assam tea, it tends to have a bolder flavor to it, which is maybe why I like it so much. This is traditionally had with just sugar, sometimes like they do it the English way and add milk as well. It's interesting that I bring up sugar and milk because it actually has to do with the history of how breakfast teas became popular, and with that, we have to go to England, of course. In the 19th century-ish, blending teas became more of a popular thing. It was much more of an elitist thing to begin with, but because the British Empire all of a sudden had an excess of sugar and dairy, they decided to kind of find a way to push tea drinking onto the middle class. English breakfast tea has a lower amount of Assam in it, or traditionally at the time it was Darjeeling because they had a big trade thing with China. I digress. It needed more milk and sugar to like really bring the life out of it, and to this day in England having milk and sugar in tea is still standard. So this practice did not get to Ireland right away, and by the time that it did, it was more robust and flavorful the way that it was being blended because there was a higher concentration of Assam tea, therefore less need for milk. Just like we did with our last episode, I'm like a bad news first kind of person, so not a whole lot is bad about drinking Irish breakfast tea. I mean, it has caffeine. If you drink too much of it, it can cause jitters, dehydration, heart palpitations, all of that stuff that you get with like coffee. Stay hydrated. I always have water standing by that I drink. You know how much the drink in this costs? So much. And too much of this tea can cause an upset stomach, and I'm talking like if you drink a lot on an empty stomach. Of course, as a reminder for everything that I'm saying about how it's good for you, how it's bad for you, I'm not a doctor. If you have legit questions about these things, talk to your doctor. So let's move on to the good stuff for you. As with all black teas, hey, Assam tea has a lot of antioxidants in it. Super good for you. Let's get some antioxidants together. Irish breakfast is also believed to possibly strengthen your immune system and enhance blood circulation. So all of those things are good. Of course, none of these are studied by the FDA because reasons. Also improves mood. I know that Irish breakfast improves my mood, much like with other black teas. Just the smell of it, I'm like, I feel better. So that is it for today's edition of What is Irish Breakfast Edition. Shout out to Amanda Panda for commenting and suggesting this. If y'all have any other ideas for teas that you want to learn a little bit more about, I would really like to do these regularly. I love them. I don't know if I'm gonna be just doing all black teas or if I'm gonna be doing whatever I feel like it, but you know what? If I'm super inspired. Thanks so much for watching. I love doing this. I'm glad you guys love doing this, so let's keep at it. And last and most important of all, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on Sunday.
It's tea time with Mary.
Thanks for watching Tea Time with Mary. Hope to see you real soon. If you want to like, subscribe, and comment, things that would be cool. Check out our Facebook.com/Teatime with Mary for all the content that's new. Or her Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. She's at Miss Mary Lou. So thanks again for joining her. Thanks for being a friend. She will see you next Tuesday. The fun never ends on Tea Time with Mary.
I've made tea with bad tap water, and let me tell you, no amount of sugar can cover that up.